Come along with me as I paint a mural of the beloved children's character Bluey in my local library. Here is the digital plan that I designed in my iPad, or on my iPad rather. I do a digital plan just so I can get an idea of positions and scale and colour and just how the mural will interact with the space. As you can see, there's a bookshelf by the side of it, there's a sofa by the other side of it, so I just really wanted to get an idea of how it will complement the space that is pre-existing before I put paint to wall. For this particular project I'm using just regular old acrylic paints. Acrylic is what I'm most comfortable working in as an artist. Some artists use oil paints, and honestly, if you're an artist that can use oil paints as your go-to medium of choice, I really do salute you, because I have no idea how people do that. Acrylics are a water-based paint and oils are obviously an oil-based paint, meaning that oil paints tend to dry a lot slower. A lot of people like that because it means that you can mix and create texture for longer, but I find it to be very annoying personally. I want something that dries very quick, and particularly for this project, with it being in a public space that needs to be open regularly, it just made more sense for me personally to go with acrylic, because you can layer it up in such a quick and easy and clean way, and particularly since this is a very illustrative piece that I'm doing, because Bluey is a cartoon character, so she's an illustration originally. I wanted to make sure that I could get really clean lines, so I'm not really doing any colour mixing per se. I'm doing what I guess you could refer to as colour blocking. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my nerdy little rant on paints and techniques and all that good stuff. I'm an artist, so this stuff is my bread and butter, and I hope someone out there is in any way interested, or as interested as I am in this stuff, because I love painting, man. I do. This was really fun to do. This piece took me about 5 hours, give or take. I was pretty much painting non-stop and just had a break for 10 minutes to eat my lunch. But it was so fun to do, and I just had my headphones in, as you can see. I was listening to my jams, and I just reached a flow state. There's no other word for it. Now, as you can see here with the tail that I'm currently painting, I mixed these different shades of blue because Bluey has a lot of different shades of blue to her. Who would have thought a character called Bluey that is almost entirely a shade of blue as a dog? But I had a big tub, I guess you would say, of acrylic blue paint, which was quite a fairly dark blue shade, and I ended up using the original shade you'll see later as the darkest blue in her design. You'll see what I mean, hopefully. I'm not very good at describing this, but I added white in 2 other mixtures in my palette to create the lighter shades for her design. Now, I actually have a really cute story with how I first came across Bluey, because I don't have any younger siblings. I'm the youngest one in my family, and in case you haven't noticed, I am simply 23 years old. So as you can imagine, that kind of meant that in my own household, I didn't really have a reason to kind of come across any children's cartoons particularly, but a while back, I was helping my best friend, Kerry, if she's watching this, hey, babysit her niece and nephew, and one of their favourite shows is, surprise, surprise, Bluey. And so when we were watching them, we had it on in the background for them to enjoy and watch whilst they played, and it was really nice. It was a really cute show, and I really do see why people like it. I love the art style. You can tell that as a project, it's something that all the people involved, the writers, the creators, really enjoyed. And something that I personally love is I love it when children's shows, and cartoons in particular, actually have children voice actors play the children and like the main characters. Like Bluey's voice actress is a child, and that's so simple, but a lot of the times you get voice actors who are adults putting on like quote-unquote baby kind of voices, which is nothing wrong with technically, but I do think it adds more authenticity and charm when, I don't know, children can hear other children. It feels warm, nostalgic, welcoming. It's just very endearing. So that's something that I really like about the show personally. Now, as for my favourite shows growing up as a kid, I loved cartoons. I mean, that's not much of a surprise considering I grew up to be an artist, but I particularly loved, like many people from my generation, SpongeBob. I loved that show. I think it was so creative and unique, and as strange as it sounds, it's one of those shows that you can watch back as an adult and appreciate because they had inside jokes for adults. So you can you can appreciate it on a whole new level, and I think that's just a testament to really good writing and production. And it's nice that people can kind of watch it back and get a level of nostalgia from it. I mean, I know I definitely do. And the art style is just sublime. I love the character design. I really enjoy SpongeBob SquarePants. And the music as well. I used to love the SpongeBob movie, the original one. I know that they've released ones recently, but that's not what I grew up with. And I still listen to the song Ocean Man by Ween. I'm pretty sure I listened to it in my headphones as I was painting this mural. So if that doesn't tell you how much I am passionate about SpongeBob SquarePants, I don't know what does. And also, if you've never listened to Ocean Man by Ween, you should. It's a really, really great song. It's a really fun song. And I'm pretty sure that album by Ween, is what made the writer and creator of SpongeBob create SpongeBob. It's like a concept album. I might have to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure that's true. So that's a fun little tidbit for you. Something that's followed me through to adulthood in my love of cartoons is manga and anime. Surprise, surprise, I've dyed hair and I'm a very alternative appearing person, so I don't think that's much of a surprise. But I love anime and manga. I remember growing up, me and my brother used to love watching Pokemon, because who didn't? And it's a great show. It's a really, really solid show. It's so fun. Again, the character design of all the Pokemons are so fun. Me and my brother used to play, I can't remember which Pokemon game. I have a horrible memory. My brother has a way better memory than me, so he'll probably remember, but unfortunately he's not here with me. We used to play on one of the earliest PS consoles in our like holiday family home that like my uncle had, and all me and my cousins would get together. We used to play one of the really old Pokemon games, and it was so fun. I think I was a bit too young to actually play it, so I would just sit down and watch my brother play the game. I used to do that a lot. I used to watch him play Sonic as well, Sonic the Hedgehog. I used to love Sonic the Hedgehog. Another blue character, wow. 3-line guys, I'm not just yapping randomly. But yeah, I think Pokemon's so fun, and we used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh too. I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is another thing where it's just so visually pleasing. I think Japan was, and still is arguably, years ahead of the West in animation and illustration and design in that way. I think it's an art form that's like really well respected, because in the West it's kind of, I think it's changing now, and artists themselves kind of have a different view on it, and everyone's, you know, this is very arguable, but my kind of perspective is that in the West, I think cartoons are really seen as like childish. You know, they're seen as like something just for kids. Obviously you have adult cartoons, but they're not really that big a thing until quite recently. They've only started to be taken seriously until fairly recently, but even then there's not that many genres, whereas in Japan you can get every single type of genre of show in the form of animation, because it is such a respected art form, and it should be. It is. I'm not an animation, I'm an artist. I'm not an animator, I'm an artist rather. So I don't know how much goes into it, but I've started to try and teach myself animation recently. Very, very basic, and I have so much respect for people who do animatics either professionally or study it or to any degree. It is just a really, really skilled art form, and one that I think should be really highly respected. I do have another fun story about when me and my older brother used to play video games together, quote unquote. I am 2 years younger than my brother, so, and I think I was quite young at the time. I think I would be like 3, maybe even younger, I can't remember, but he would play on his PlayStation, and me being the annoying little sister that I am, I really wanted to join in and play with him, but obviously I was too young to kind of be able to properly. So my brother, being the patient, lovely older brother that he is, Joe, if you're watching this, thank you, I don't deserve you, I know, he used to give me a PlayStation controller and pretend to plug it in and tell me that I was playing the game when really he had been playing it against the software, and sometimes he would let the software beat him, and then that would make me feel really good, and I would show off, and I would be convinced that I actually beat my older brother at something even though I didn't. So I don't know what that tells you about me, but it definitely tells you that I have a really good big brother, and that is one of my favourite memories because it is just so funny. Now, back to the painting that you can see, that dark blue around Bluey's eyes and on Bluey's ears, and ooh, hey, I'm showing off my painting. I'm very proud of it. I don't know if you could tell. That is the original shade of blue that I was talking about from the tub of paint, and then the lighter blues on her stomach and eyebrows and rest of her body I lightened with white paint. Now, to outline Bluey's design, I wanted really clean and solid black lines because, again, I'm going for that kind of illustrative style because she is an illustration originally, so I wanted her to have that iconic look that she has in the books and animation. So to help me achieve that, I am using a acrylic paint pen. It's literally just black acrylic paint in the form of a pen. I don't know why I felt the need to over-explain that, but there you go. But it just means that when I'm drawing a line, it's a solid line all throughout. So if I was painting with a brush, because of like the pressure I'm putting on the brush, it could be splotchy or be wiggly because of that pressure, if that makes sense. So the pen helps me just simplify it as a shortcut, and it's super easy to use as well. I'm not gonna lie, and it's so opaque. So it's one of my favourite things that I love using in projects like this, or if you want to do illustrations with paint, I really, really highly recommend that you do that, because years before I discovered this as a method and as a product, I would be really annoyed with myself that it took me so long to do the line art because, again, with the pressure, it would just be so wonky, whereas with this paint pen it's just such an easy shortcut and it really does simplify your workload. So if you're an artist wanting to know how to achieve that, that is a really good trick and I really do highly recommend it. One thing I was really surprised about with this project is how little layers I had to do with even the brightest colours that I did, because obviously I'm painting on a white wall, so I wasn't expecting to do tons of layers. Like, it's not a darker colour, like the darker colour that you work with acrylics, and if you want them to be opaque, obviously you've got to layer it up, or you've got to put a white base on, all that stuff. But even with that sand kind of fleshy colour on her snout and in the centre of her ears, I was expecting to have to use like 5, 6, 10 layers, which might seem like overkill on a white wall, but I really did think it was going to be quite sheer, and then the minute I put it on, I did breathe a sigh of relief, because I was like, oh, this is lovely and opaque, how nice that I don't have to put in effort layering 15 layers of this paint and also waiting for it to dry in between. So I think that's the reason why it also kind of helped me not take as long as I expected. I know 5 hours seems quite long for a lot of people, but honestly I really wasn't expecting to get this done in a day. I was thinking that I would take a lot longer, because your girl's a perfectionist, to be honest, and I'm also a completionist, which I guess then it shouldn't have surprised me that I got it done in a day, because when I get an idea in my head, I do just want to complete it immediately, and I'm one of the very few artists that I've ever met that doesn't have multiple projects on the go and that doesn't like finish a lot of her projects. I finish almost every project that I do, unless I kind of don't see the quality being where I want it to be, then I will just kind of abandon it because I see it as a lost cause. But that is pretty rare. I do kind of try and push myself, because I do think as an artist, the more that you can kind of work through the quote-unquote mistakes, the more you learn. Like everything, you know, it's healthy and it's good to push yourself within reason. So as we're reaching the end of this fun, silly little project of mine, I do just want to say how grateful I am for such a fun and big opportunity like this as a young independent artist. I'm really, really excited to see people come in and interact with the space, particularly little kids. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. And yeah, art is meant to be consumed, and I'm really excited about the public being able to see my work. And it was really fun to be able to do a big project like this. I haven't had the opportunity to do a big project like this since graduating from university, so I'm really, really grateful to have that opportunity. And here is the final piece. I hope you all enjoyed.